Alright everyone, let's head into the shop here. It's snowing, raining out here. Got some stuff to work on, so let's see what we get into today. Hey everyone, I just wanted to shoot a little video here of a Miller Multimatic 235 welding 6010 rod. I'm going to be using 1/8 inch rod here. I got some 1/4 inch plate. And I'm running 85 amps with 35 on my dig here. Come over here and show you that. So the Multimatic 235, 85 amps, 1/4 inch plate. This rod might be a little warm, but some 6010 rod. I'm going to lay a few beads here and just show you that this machine can run 6010. So let me get my stuff on here and I'll be right back. Alright, I've got my 6010 set up. And now we're going to lay a couple beads here and just show you that this machine can run 6010. As you can see there, it will run 6010. Let me do another bead here. Don't mind my crookedness here. Alright, let me run another bead here. Show you 6010. That's welded with 6010. See it there? That's 6010 bead. A little bit of stack up there in the middle in the beginning, but let's run one more bead. Alright, let me shut this noise off and we'll get to reviewing this Multimatic 235 5mm. All right. This is my Multimatic 235 by Miller, Appleton, Wisconsin. I've had this machine about a year now. I've got about 55 hours on it, and so far it's been a really good machine. I've done MIG, TIG, and stick with it. This machine is a DC machine, DC only machine, so it will not run AC for TIG, for aluminum TIG welding. You can put a spool gun on it if you want to MIG weld aluminum. I do not have a spool gun for it. I do have a TIG kit for it, for carbon steel, stainless steel, etc. There's a few reasons I went with the 235 over the 220. One of the main ones being is the MIG gun that comes with the 235 is a MDX 250 gun. This is a lot bigger gun. Just the consumables are bigger. The gun itself is bigger, and it has a higher duty cycle. I like the bigger nozzle on the gun, on these guns, probably because when I was welding production, this is more of the style gun that we used. So that's one of the reasons I went with that, and it's a 15-foot whip instead of a 10, or I think it's a 10-foot whip that comes on the MDX 100 gun on the 220 AC/DC. So that's the first reason. The second reason is that this machine will fit the 33 and 44 pound spools, as where the 220 will only fit up to 11 pound spool. I like to buy my wire in bulk spools, in the big spools, so that's another reason I went with this machine. It also has higher duty cycles than the 220, and if you're welding a lot of stuff fast without breaks in between, the higher duty cycles are nice. Especially, obviously, I mean, if you're welding thinner material, it really doesn't matter. But when you get up into welding 3/8 half-inch plate and you're pushing the machines to the max, the higher duty cycle is nice to have. Pretty good ground clamp on this machine. It's not bonded, but it works, you know. This machine also has the 50mm DINS connectors compared to the 25mm DINS on the 220. I just like the bigger stuff. I don't know. For me, the bigger connections seem to be more robust. Other than that, these machines are pretty similar. Like I said earlier in the video, the main difference being is that this does not have AC current. So this will only, this is a DC only machine, so it will not TIG weld aluminum. Other than that, it's a pretty good machine. You can leave a spool gun and your MIG gun set up, hooked up at the same time. Swap back and forth between those. The 220, you can leave a TIG and MIG set up at the same time, so that is one difference. You just have to come and hit it on your panel here on this machine to switch over. The pedal won't switch it for you. No big deal. It's been a really good machine so far. I've had no issues with it. Like I said earlier, it will run 6010 stick welding. One more note I had while we were doing this here is that this is a large frame machine too. Compared to the 220, they call it a small frame machine. So this machine is quite a bit larger in size, which makes it less portable if you're trying to move them around. I mean, none of these machines are very portable. This machine weighs like 50 pounds or something, so I don't know who's lugging that around with them, but this is considered a large frame machine this is considered a large frame machine as to where the 220 AC/DC is a small frame machine. And with that comes the larger DINS connectors, the larger gun, etc. So that's another reason I went with this. I just wanted the larger frame machine to fit those 33 and 44 pound spools. So there's a contractor TIG kit that you can order additionally with this machine. It comes with a Weldcraft A150 torch and a pedal, and the connector that you need to hook it into your connector in here, the 14 to 10 pin connector. It's an okay torch. It's not water cooled, it's air cooled, so if you're running a lot of high amperage TIG stuff, you might want to invest in a water setup and a water cooled torch. They do also make a remote pedal kit for this machine. machine. If you don't want to deal with wires with your TIG setup, they do have a remote pedal. I do not own it. I don't mind the wire with the machine. So, but yeah, that's my review of this machine. I do have a cover for it as well. I was expecting more of like a grill type cover when I got this machine. It's a decent cover, but I was expecting more of a grill type cover material. I think they charge like $140 for these covers now. I'm not quite sure it would be worth that. I guess that's up to you, but I was expecting more of the material you would find off of a grill cover, you know, that vinyl material. But as you can see, it fits on there, covers the machine. And one more big difference between this machine over the 220 is that this is 240 volts only, whereas the 220 is 120 or 240. So this is dedicated 240. You cannot run this machine off 120 volt power. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you in the next video. Hit those buttons, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, thumbs up if you like the video. If not, well, then hit the thumbs down, I guess. See you in the next one, guys.